telling you what, this YouTube thing over here that we've got set up, it is way more complicated than you think. So we're going to be introducing Zach LeLeux. On the show. I'm setting up for the YouTube.
Okay,
we got to do this twice.
Make sure he knows that.
Yes, he knows.
Okay,
he knows.
He can hear us right now.
Yeah, he's listening.
Right.
So we're ready. We're gonna go in. We're gonna talk about some good stuff today, y'all. Hello, Austin, Texas. You're listening to the Home Team with Troy and Wyatt, where we bring sports and money together for your education and entertainment. If you have any questions about anything we say today, and judging from the pre-show talk, I think you're going to have some questions. Please reach out to me at loansfromtroy.com, or you can give me a call at 855-299-HOME. And as always, this segment, I don't know if I should say it, I'm just kidding, is brought to you by Security National Mortgage, where we turn houses into homes by financing
your
American dream.
I like it.
Yes. So it's a sports show.
It's a sports show, right?
But it's not the traditional sports show that we speak of.
So this is the sports we always talk, right? I mean,
Right.
I love my sports, but I would say when it's hunting season, I'm going to go out to the blind. I'm going to go get up early and sit in some weeds and hunt, and I'll come back and get the scores. So when it's hunting season, that's my sport.
So yes, so of course, would you like to introduce our new special guest today?
So hey, we're lucky today. We have Zach and his entourage here today from Burks Quail Run. They're up there in Gilmer, Texas. So they're North Texas, not too far away. It's about 4.5 hours from here.
That's where what's his name hit the other guy in the head with the football in Gilmer, Texas.
I have no idea.
That's that TV show, the movie.
Okay, well,
You know which one I'm talking about? The football one for movie?
No, it's probably bird hunting.
He's like, I don't watch TV.
So we're gonna dive into it a little bit here, but your thing is not just quail, it's chucker, which I didn't know what a chucker was until I went there. I didn't. That's Hill Country boys. Were like, what's a chucker? Right? You're like, what is a chucker? And of course, pheasant up there. So hey,
okay.
Zach, welcome on.
Oh, thank y'all very much, man. I'm happy to be here.
So hey, so you drove in yesterday. Thanks for coming in.
Yes, sir.
So how'd you get into this?
Long story short,
Okay.
My wife's grandfather-in-law started this business,
Okay.
and my wife's grandfather, who helped us get through college, passed away.
Okay.
So I needed to get a job. And at my grandfather-in-law's funeral, I was talking to him. I was like, "Hey, we're about to go broke. Let me get a job."
Yeah.
And he was like, "No, you could never handle this."
Right.
And so
he's like, "No, absolutely not. Zero chance. Or no."
Yeah,
right.
I'm already dealing with the death loss, and
right.
and so he finally gave me a chance, and I was a hand and worked my way up to be the manager. And then when he passed, they asked me to run it, and I said I will, and we did okay. And I said if I'm gonna keep doing it, I got to own it.
Yeah. So
So I got ownership.
Well, and I can speak to the fact, and the reason I'm coming here is because I always speak about some of it is conservation, some of it we're meat hunters, but you can have fun doing it. And he mixes all those together. So when I go out there, you're entertained. Zach, if you are lucky enough to go out there, I guarantee you're not gonna have a boring time. He is quite the entertainer. But they're also, you have a good time. The sleeping quarters are awesome. I mean, they're kind of, they have a big old giant wood stove in there. If you want to go hunting and hang out with your friends, your family, or what have you, it's not too expensive.
Yes, sir.
And it's a good time, and you have some good eating food when you leave. So, but that being said, you've taken this on. You didn't just fall into it. You do a lot of research. What kind of stuff do you do on a regular basis to make you different from other quail hunts and what have you?
So when we first started and we took over, we were horrible at it.
You were no good.
No, it was we were trash. Just straight trash.
You're like, what am I doing and why am I here?
Right. It was like Ricky Bobby, like, what do I do with my hands? And the sad part was my grandfather-in-law passed, and I was like, we're gonna start a new program. We're gonna raise these birds better. We're gonna do all this. And I told my father-in-law, I said, I'm gonna kill it this year. And I killed everything. I killed 95% of the birds, and we almost shut down.
So you sold it really well, and then you didn't have any birds to go off.
I should have spoke differently when I said it.
Yeah, right.
I should have said I'm gonna do well this year.
I'm not gonna kill it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna kill it. I'm not gonna kill it. Let's have an average year.
So I've gotten to two of these things, and so a lot of people don't know all the effort that goes into to hunting a bird, right? So let's just go ahead and say it. I mean, it's some people call it a can hunt. How would you describe your hunt?
It's pen raised birds.
Okay.
I tell people it's not really a hunt. It's it's a shoot. You know,
Right.
we do raise these birds, we do put them out, but it's fun and it's entertaining. And
But see, I was trying to put it negative because it's not really a canned hunt. Go
You
ahead.
know, well, it's funny that you kind of, but somebody that works really hard, doesn't have a lot of time, can't put in the time and energy it takes to go and do all of the tracking and the research and the pre-hunt stuff. This is the perfect thing for them. It's a weekend. They get to go. They're guaranteed to get something if they can hit it. You know,
Right.
they're guaranteed to get a shot at something. You know, those things are in my opinion, are almost as valuable and more valuable now in the society that we live in today
Right.
than the traditions. Because I'm kind of a traditionalist, but I'm also I'm in my life that I'm a pragmatic, where I just can't go somewhere and stock a deer or something like that for weeks. I just
Right.
can't. I just don't have time.
Right.
And just talk.
Right.
And so having somebody go and say, hey, we're going to put you here. There's going to be something really nice come by, so be ready.
Right.
That's the new world today.
Well,
It's really important.
and that means-
I didn't know there was such a thing. Honestly, I didn't know there was for a bird, because I grew up hunting quail. And you can't find them anymore.
And that's the thing where that's why I brought it here is because everyone here is like, oh, remember the days we used to go hunt quail? And we'll talk a little bit about that in our next sports segment. I want to know a little bit more about the history of quail, and you know a lot about it. So if you want to go out there and learn about quail, learn about the birds, but the other thing is it is kind of a natural hunt. That's what I was trying to get to is they have bird dogs out there. So they have a bunch of German short-haired pointers, GSP for short. But describe the hunt. What does someone expect when they come out here? What does it look like?
so we do our hunts by package. You know, we put out X amount of birds per person, and then we just kind of run the numbers on it. 4 people come out. We're going to put probably 3 to 5 birds out per covey,
Okay.
because you don't want to put too many out or not enough.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just go until the birds are depleted,
Okay.
and then they can buy extra birds at the end, or however they see fit. But that's
So you're used to this, and what I'm trying to get to is these bird dogs.
Yeah.
Describe what they're going to explain with that. The whole experience of being able to hunt with a dog, and,
Oh, yeah.
and all the things y'all do with that. It's amazing.
I mean, it's just bred into these dogs, and they smell the birds. They don't look for them.
Right.
They just smell them. And whenever the GSPs and the English pointers come in, they'll find the birds. They'll stop on a dime and point these birds, let you know that they're sitting right there. And then you send in your flushing dogs. They run in as fast as they can to pop the birds up. And then you shoot, and then all of them go try to retrieve the birds.
And then they retreat. So not only do you get to shoot these birds, right? You're not out there kicking in the grass trying to find them. The dogs go get them for you as well.
I will tell you it's hard to explain the feeling of tracking behind an English pointer and that dog just freezing, tilting its head and its tail going straight up in the air. I mean,
The adrenaline that goes through you.
it's one of the most, growing up, my
Yeah.
stepdad did that. He guide hunted English pointers all
Yes.
the time. So seeing them just lock into place is just amazing.
And see them work, right?
Mhm.
And seeing y'all work with them, y'all are so used to it, and they're such professionals. So how many dogs do you usually run on a hunt?
On a regular hunt, we usually run 2 pointers and then 1 flush dog.
Flush dog. And then y'all rotate them out.
Rotate, yeah. We'll bring about 6 dogs.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I've got a lot of dogs. You have you for entertainment. You'll have some other mascots there too.
We have Aye,
Aye, right?
Yes.
So Aye, if you don't know this guy, I love him to death. He comes out there. He is quite the fixture out there. So we want to give a shout out to Aye. Anybody else you want to give a shout out to?
I gotta give one to Enrique Oliveras Diaz.
You couldn't do it without a good.
No, he's our ranch manager and he's my best friend.
Yeah, so he does a good job. So
Mhm.
we'll talk a little bit more about this. There's more I want to learn. I want people to want to hear about the quail industry. So we'll talk a little bit about that next segment.
Yes.
Yeah, and the best way for them to get a hold of you is the phone number, assuming, right?
Yes.
I got 903-790-5907.
Yes.
Zach LeLeux, and that's, of course, Burks Quail Run. Hey, folks, y'all been listening to the Home Team with Troy and Wyatt. We hope you've enjoyed what you've heard today. If you have any questions about anything we've said, please reach out to me at loansfromtroy.com, or you can give me a call, 855-299-HOME. And as always, Wyatt is totally available on the Facebook.
The Facebook.
That's also the complaint section. So Wyatt on the Facebook, the Home Team 512. This segment was brought to you by Security National Mortgage, and we will see you in just a minute.